Welcome, my friends, to my Minimalist Light home tour. Now, this is going to be unlike any other minimalist home tour because this is going to be so unbelievably realistic-ish, because I will show you at the end just what this house looked like this morning before I even made this tour. But we're going to start here with where my son does his video games, because we don't want him doing this in private. So it is a bit of a teenage situation. So I don't want to keep him tucked away, but just for all of those people who say, hey, your family is totally on board with everything. No, they are not. Now, this area here, and by the way, I'm like hoping I don't injure my shoulder lifting this camera around. This area here I absolutely love, and this is where we have our fireplace. And one thing I do want to be clear about is that this is real life. I did even tidy up before this, but there is stuff here. It sounds so echoey right now, so I apologize for that. But just so you know, you're going to see the real life. Now, fireplace, I love it. We actually had it installed in 2020 because there was a power outage in 2018. And our house was freezing cold because there was no secondary heat. So we have this fireplace and I absolutely love it because it is just so cozy, it is so warm, and the ambiance is amazing. But one of the things you should know about our house is we used to have so much more stuff. I would say we got rid of, gosh, I want to say, if you don't count the furniture, although we did get rid of some furniture, I would say we got rid of probably 70 or more %. Dining room table. This actually used to be our kitchen table, but these benches, anytime we had my grandparents over, or my mom or whatever, people hated it. Right there, that is a cat. That is Pancake the cat. Whoop. This here is a sideboard, and I just wanted some kind of furniture in here. So just so you know, I don't like to have too much out, but as a minimalist light person, I want to have some stuff here. So this here is kind of an homage to my dad a little bit. These are cameras he owned before he passed away. This is an old-fashioned coffee grinder that was around our house when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved having it. Down here is my emergency candle supply. I also have extra tea, and you're not gonna believe it, but the tea in this house, there's a lot of tea in this house, a lot. And it's just because the places where I buy my tea, they actually don't live in this town here, so I need to load up. And then the kids tuck their Oculuses in there. And this typewriter was also my dad's. Now, this picture I love. I think it has kind of like a really fun Tudor feel. And I'm not at all going to tell you that I am like some amazing decorator or anything, but this, I love it. It feels like a Tudor feel, and my grandma got it when they lived in Norway, and every time I mention it to her, she's like, you know you can put that outside too. I'm like, that's great. Okay, this is our kitchen. I really like it. We live on the side of a mountain. See if you can see up the mountain out there. So it gets really dark here, especially in the winter. And I'm glad we painted things white. Now, you're gonna notice, maybe you're gonna say, this doesn't look very minimalist, and that's because this is my 100% real life house, and I keep some stuff. I have more than one glass for everybody, but I'll tell you what, anytime we have a family dinner, everybody's glad that we have a little bit of extra glasses. I don't really do a lot of disposable things. Extra glasses, my travel mugs. I love the Starbucks mugs. They don't come out with them very often, or at least the ones I like. And then the mugs. Every time I declutter more and more mugs, and we have gotten down to very few. I'd say we have maybe like 10, maybe 12 at the most. And this is the coffee section. Now, I don't want to embarrass myself, but this is my tea cupboard. So in addition to those two drawers, I also have this cupboard, coffee grinder. So it's a bit of a like dual purpose situation, but the teas we use more are right here. I have kombucha brewing there. Maybe not a lot of minimalists have kombucha brewing on their counter, but I love kombucha, and it is so expensive to buy. So if you make it, it's way cheaper and it's delicious, not to mention that you can actually control the amount of sugar that you're putting in. And this kettle is to die for. No kettle is better than that kettle because it just keeps things hot. I'll show you inside my fridge. It's a normal fridge. Yes, there's food in there. It's not beautifully color coordinated, but I will promise you everything in there we actually eat. And it's the same with the kitchen. In fact, some people had actually said in the past that I had too much stuff in my freezers. That's right, I have 2 freezers. I'm a minimalist with 2 freezers. However, I do have 2 teenage boys and a husband, and me, and we eat, and we go through all of this food. I have freezer meals at the ready for those busy nights, which is so great. I have some canning things downstairs as well. I keep my, I was hoping my husband could film me, but he's working. I have my meat here, my veggies and my fruit here. And then, like I said, the freezer meals, there's some frozen garlic from when I was, from the garlic I harvested last year. Let's come over here. Let's see how minimalist light it is over here. It's not crazy. Now, there are a few things in the dishwasher, but not much. It's somewhat sparse. There are usually 4 bigger bowls here. I was in one of the teenagers' rooms earlier today, and wouldn't you know it, he has a couple of dishes in there. If that is not a, anytime I gap out like this, you gotta cut this out. Stereotype, I don't know what is. Let's have a look down here in this cupboard. This is my mixing bowl and stuff cupboard. So you might not be able to see, but I got some mixing bowls in there. I probably have about 6. And the toaster, my lunch bag for work, there's a big stock pot. I mean, I cook, I do things. And one of the things people have said in the past, I've even had people comment this on my videos, as they say like, oh, you minimalist, all of your houses look the same, not realistic. I'm like, let me tell you something. This is me after I've cleaned it, but it's not perfect. Like, I certainly have gotten a lot. I had to prep. Like, I haven't even looked in here. This is my measuring things drawer. I mean, it's not super duper empty. This drawer, my son, he wants to keep these cups for now, so that's fine. These bowls I use for my oats in the morning. This drawer is the rest of the measuring stuff drawer. There's a scale and some liquid measures. The funnels are there. So yeah, we do have some stuff here, and I'm not gonna pretend we don't. I honestly was like, gosh, like, I'm gonna do a tour of my house. Like, what are people going to think? I don't care. Like, this is our house. Like, we have decluttered so much, and we have kept so much. Somebody once even said, like, how many ovens do you need? I'm like, well, the house came with 2, so I can't help that. Certainly, I'm the type, I use a microwave, and we like this little oven because then we don't have to turn on the big ones, like energy savings. And, you know, if you want to talk about the fridge and freezer, that's just a stand-up fridge and just a stand-up freezer. Like, they're just an all fridge and an all freezer next to each other. Our friend built this house for himself. Got divorced. He needed to sell it. Benefited us. Okay, let's come into the pantry, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a situation here where there's a bag of cat food there. All like my oils and vinegars are there. And then I have a bag of cat food here on top of this Instant Pot because one of my cats, Pumpkin Seed, a little turkey, he goes ahead and chews on the bag. And I don't want to keep this in the garage because we have had some mice coming around in the garage, and I just don't want the mice getting into the cat food. That would be a bad thing. Now, the thing I love about my pantry is this section here. So if I'm in the kitchen, what I see is these beautiful jars. I just like how it looks. And I actually use the vacuum sealer for things like this. So not for salt, but for rice, because I want to take the air out so the rice lasts longer. And I've had people say like, well, what about expiration dates? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not really worried about the expiration dates for many of those things. Like the oats I'll use because I make this yummy, yummy granola. And maybe I'll put that in a blog one day. And yeah, so I'm not really worried. And the other things are like lentils. This section looks pretty good here. Down here, it's more more commercial stuff, right? I've got my bigger herbs and spices. I think I had that spread out a little bit more, which was okay. The catnip, I had to put that here. Pumpkin seed, he's such a turkey. The story of pumpkin seed is actually, I'll tell you the story while I walk through some boring parts of the house where I won't talk. Okay. These racks I like. And every now and then I go through those spices because apparently you're not supposed to keep old spices. Like the Old Spice cologne. What's with the name, right? Old Spices are bad, are they not? But all of these I use. And just the other day I was like, I need to get allspice. I've never used allspice and I keep having recipes that call for it. So there's that. This section, these are just like, you know, taco shells, a lot of protein powder. My husband and I both use protein powder, just trying to get that protein in as we're getting a little older. So I'm gonna back out. And I'm going to show you around here while I tell you the story of Pumpkin Seed. Now, Pumpkin Seed was a foster kitten. We foster kittens through this organization, and he came with a litter of about 5 kittens, and one by one his siblings all died. There must have been some kind of in utero virus, and that's Pancake there. And Plumpkin ended up, we brought him to the vet because that's what we do, and they were like, ooh, something might be wrong with this kitten. He might have cerebellar hypoplasia, which Crumpet right here also has. And this is how Crumpet looks when he walks. Now, Plumpkin was adopted by a family and we missed him terribly. And I would dream about him. And after 6 months, he actually came back. We were so happy and we were so blessed. He's such a goofy guy. He only has 7 teeth, probably because of the same virus. So watching him eat is adorable. And he is just a joy like our other cats. Well, hopefully I finished telling you that story. Okay, so this is the kitchen desk. I made a little command station. Now this, I have made plenty of videos about decluttering the junk drawers, and there's a reason why. And it's because they continue to get messy. What is even stopping? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm getting rid of these. I don't like them. They just get stuff stuck in them. So it looks kind of messy, and it is. This is like the pens. See, these pens should be here, but we have too many. There was a company, Red Cross. I donated to them, and then they keep sending a pen. They send these gloves. I'm like, I don't want this stuff. Like, just save your money. Well, that's Toyota, but save your money. I don't want it. Anyway, so as you can see, I mean, not everything is clean all the time in this house. This drawer here is where I have like my food saver. I like to, I love these. These are so good. What are they called again? Super cubes for freezing food. Like I freeze chili and stuff. And this is my vacuum sealer. Down there, I've just got like extra chocolate chips and stuff that, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I want my jars in the pantry looking good, so I have some stuff stocked away in there. So let's come over to the laundry. This is the laundry space. That picture fell down one day. I think I was like in my office and I was like, I heard a bang and I was like, what is that? And it was just that the picture had fallen down. I just keep my soaps and like baking soda and stuff like that here. I've got bleach. I've been using bleach to clean the greenhouse and stuff. These little dryer balls, like if you're using it, keep it. Don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. Washer, dryer. You know, it's funny, a lot of people, they were so all over the front loading washers, and I remember being like, yes, I love it. And now people are saying like, oh, the seals, and I'm like, yeah, I see that. The only problem is I am 5'1", so dealing with bigger ones is hard. This is just our coat closet. I mean, it's not super minimalist, right? Like there's coats for 5 Canadians, actually 6 really. My other son, his stuff is here. So we have stuff for summer, we have stuff for winter, and shoes, winter, summer. There's a backpack, there's my bog boots. Love those bog boots. My husband, he's got his workout shoes there. I mean, they could be put away, I'm just saying, but it's okay. I'm gonna give you the quickest peek of the garage, because the garage, I'm not gonna take a lot of responsibility for the garage, but I'm just gonna tell you something. The garage is always a work in progress. A little messy in there. That furniture, I just got it. I'm gonna put it in the front yard, but I got it for like 75% off because the fabric was damaged. This here is my broom closet here. I love this broom closet. I keep my aprons there because if I had them hung in the pantry, Plumpkin straight up pulled them down. It was so annoying. This is for the Aqua Blade and the Aqua Blade for cleaning windows. Just got things, I like these. Look at, there we go. That's great for putting things with handles. And like the reusable bags, vacuum things. This is school supplies. Ugh. And cleaning accessories. This blanket I use, that's for the Dyson. This blanket I use when we go to movies. Small and I can stay warm. And this is for the mop.
Before we go upstairs, I have one question for you. Do you find socks in random spots all over your house like I do?
Okay, I'm like pushing buttons. I don't know what's happening. This is the bathroom. There we are. Look at that. Do you guys see this gigantic tripod I'm carrying around? This is just the bathroom. It's pretty plain. This is where we put kittens when we foster them, which you can see might be a bit of an issue because they are in our main bathroom and then they hide under there. And we had this piece of wood built so that the kittens couldn't hide under there, but they managed to push it and then they have a thing to hide behind it. It's just so annoying. And then this here is just like the vanity. I keep my extra soap here. So I keep seasonal soaps basically. And actually I have some like curl gel for my son to do his hair. And yeah, like this is just like your plain old bathroom. Keep deodorant here for the teens before they run out the door. You know what I'm saying? There's like kitten supplies in the other drawer. You know, like we live here. Can't get rid of everything. I'm gonna show you one sneaky thing right now. You see those boxes? I'm saving those boxes only for a thumbnail and then they're going straight in the recycling. This is my armoire for work stuff. I don't know if I want, there's the odd personal thing in there. So this is where like I keep some of my work stuff. I've got like things for cables in that and there. I've got my mom candy drawer where I have like the smart sweets. I even have like a smart cookie. I think I might even treat myself with that today. Only because Alzheimer's is in my family and I am trying very hard to postpone Alzheimer's. That's what they say, you postpone it. So that's what I'm trying to do. This is my desk. When I'm sitting here filming or doing a Zoom or doing a live stream, I have that light bouncing off that wall there. And then I have this light here, this ring light. It creates a good light. And then this light, this is like the above light. Now that one drives me crazy because that light is burnt out. That one isn't. And I put those tiles up there to make it more like less echoey, because you heard how echoey it was in the dining room when we started. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is my desk. I love it. I love my office. Yes. And yeah, oh, I love that. I'm like, I love this, I love that. I love this Finnish poster by John Acuff. He has some really good books, and I just really like that because it's nice to see, did I say poster? It's like a poster calendar, and I like that it shows the entire year, which is super duper fun. I don't know, it just felt good. I ordered it, I think in March, and I'm just like lowering this so I can carry it up the stairs. I ordered it in March, December. I cannot multitask. Can you believe I used to be a 911 dispatcher and I'm all like, I'm multitasking. Maybe it's because I'm getting a little older. Okay, upstairs. Did you notice the color of the floor change? You see this color? It's like really, really dark. Okay, now look at this color. Lighter. We had a kitten, that bathroom I showed you before where we foster kittens, it flooded it. Kittens, okay, they like to mess with like toilet paper, and we always would say, put the toilet paper away, and the kids and us would sometimes forget. Well, I'll just keep doing the tour as I tell you this story. Linen closet, used to be full, got rid of so much in there. Anyway, so this kitten and his brother, actually we're blaming this one kitten, the non-friendly one, when we shouldn't. But anyway, they made such a mess with this toilet paper, they got it in the sink, and then one of them bumped, just like slightly bumped on the water. It was a tiny stream of water, completely flooded it, flooded that whole level, flooded the basement, and we ended up getting new flooring, which was great. But we were pretty frustrated with it at first, but the upstairs didn't need replaced, so we will do that soon. Mostly because the kid that used to inhabit this room, which is now like a pretty plain guest room, right? The kid who used to inhabit this room, he was like a real project doer and kind of a messy kid. So we will, when the funds come in, we will definitely work on getting like carpeting in the bedrooms upstairs. And then we have a bit of extra hardwood, which you'll see in a second, to do in our, like the landing here. This is the kids' bookshelf. Now, I just made a video about this, but I need to consult with a few kids before we declutter some things. I'm not gonna go in my kids' rooms just out of respect for their privacy, but look at these cute little pictures. There's that one and that one. Look, a gift card, right? Like these are the things that are just sitting around my house. Like I actually have people who are embarrassed, like they don't want to have me to their house. Okay, you're gonna hear the fan in here, I'm sorry.
So this is the kids' bathroom. As you can see, it's pretty plain. Here's the closet, and that's more seasonal soap. I really like to just have seasonal soap to put out. It's so nice in the fall or spring.
All right. Oh, yes. I was gonna say, did I show you the linen closet? Yes, I did. I just didn't talk about it. This is our bedroom, master bedroom. Love this room, I love it. I don't usually have these two windows open because, I'll show you, the mechanism in this one broke. So to keep it open, I have to, basically I have this is the thing, that's the thing for it, you see, put it down, and then I put it in here. This is one of my kids' little loveys from when he was a baby, and I just throw it in there so it's safe because I don't want them losing it. I really like this Hudson's Bay blanket because I just think it makes it just so cozy. When it's really cold out, we pull it right up, and oh, it's heavy and warm. And I even have a heated blanket under my side right now, even though it is April. It's probably time to put it away. This is one of those red lights. It feels so good. Like when there's no sun, it just feels so good. Okay, I'm not gonna show you every drawer because that would be boring. But this is my t-shirt drawer. Got me old workout clothes, I just did a huge clothing declutter. You can watch that if you want. There's our TV. My husband has some work stuff in there. I've got extra blankets in here and here where I actually will put the Hudson's Bay blanket away, like pretty quick. Maybe even after this tour, put it away. And then I have some lighter ones. And they're nice to just pull over. This is, if you're ever like, where do I put kids' artwork? Put it in a closet, in their room, bathrooms, wherever. This is like a alien one of my kids did, and I love it. This is just I don't know. Like, I don't know if I can show. This is just like trinkets and stuff in there. Here, I'll show you. This is like one spot where I keep some sentimental things. And I just absolutely love this old journal from one of my sons. Today it is Friday, and soon we might get in jump rope for heart toys. And I'm at the blazing boomerang. It goes, hi. It's just so cute. That one isn't even as funny as most, but he's obviously talking about jump rope for heart. I don't know if you guys have it in the States. Canadians, you know what I'm talking about. This is my closet. Now, I have decluttered it again, and really, I just keep narrowing it down. And what I realized is I have a lot of band sweatshirts. So here's the Cure, Matthew Good band, big fan. Going to see Matthew Good in a couple weeks. Depeche Mode. And then I've got like my work overalls. Now here we've got sweatshirts. I'm just such a sweatshirt person. Like, I just do not dress up much. And what I realized was everything that I have kept, I have worn. Even though, yes, I have more sweatshirts than one. You know, some people, they might be like, well, you only need a couple. And I'm like, I beg to differ, because I wear my sweatshirts all the time. But yeah, and they like this one. I saved this. We're going to go to Disneyland at least one more time with the kids. So I'm definitely keeping that. But yeah, like, I don't have a ton of clothes. I have some, that's for sure. But I got rid of everything I didn't use. And I'm not going to show you my husband's stuff, because that... I want to respect his privacy too. Okay. Highly recommend one of these hampers, one of these 3 or 4 compartment hampers. It's so funny because I was like, I'm going to have all of the laundry done so I can like give a true representation of all of the stuff. So there's a little more clothes. This is my dark. This is my husband's. He does his own laundry because there was a mishap with some keys. And he said, you washed my keys. And I said, maybe you should do your own laundry. And he was like, maybe I should. And I was like, great. That worked out so well. Put the whites in there. My darks, both whites. I'll do both of our whites. And then towels. He got this book. If you like 80s New Wave, you got to get this book. And then he loves friendship bracelets. He's fun. I love my husband. All right, let's go. All right, here's the bathroom. Gonna be echoey again. You're about to see some really sad plants. These plants, we went away and my mom, she's just like, what are you doing with these poor plants? You are just like absolutely killing them. I water them. I just don't water them that much. I take much better care of plants that are outside. There also aren't really towels in here because I washed the towels. So they're currently in the dryer. But normally there's towels. There's one hanging there and one over there. Just like your plain old shower curtain, you know? Like, there isn't even a shelf. I wish there was a shelf. But there we go. I like to use a Veda sap moss, if you're wondering. And this is the section of the tour where I show you the vanity. My husband cannot do anything without noise, so he's got music that he can play when he's showering. This is under the sink. I'm gonna There we go. Now, I just want to point out a couple things. I like to not necessarily stock up, but well, yeah, I guess I don't want to run out. This I use it in my hair. I'll do a video again if you guys want, but they ran out for a while. So I buy this on Amazon. I make sure there's at least 2, because that's the only place I can buy it where I live. I have like an extra body lotion. There's my hair, or my hair stuff, face, makeup remover. I need more of this. You know, husband stuff, some cleaning supplies. Like it's pretty bare bones, really, I think you could say. Not bare bones. It's just pretty average. I think that's the word I'm looking for. You know, like got my hair dryer, makeup. It's, you know, toothbrush. I don't know how personal you guys want to get. Yeah, there's also a basement. It is kind of messy, but if you want to see, I'll show you some of it. Look, there goes Pancake hiding. There he goes. That's where the wood is. The extra hardwood right there. Won't it look nice with the other flooring? Oh my gosh, it will. Can't wait. Oh, let me show you Beaker. Remember Beaker? From the Muppet Show? My husband got me Beaker. First date, second date, maybe not quite that early, very early. We eloped after 3 months, so it was definitely within the first 3 months. Okay, let's go to the basement. I'm really hoping I don't injure myself or you guys in this process. Here we go. Going to the basement. Oh, there's Crumpet, he's moving around. Okay, so the basement, it's a little messy. There's the, like this, for example. This should be gone, but it is not. Somebody ate some pineapple. It's there. There's the Lego castle. In here, you got a kid mess. That's all you get to see. Now, if you want to see part of me preparing for this tour, check out this video here. You can see some of the decluttering as I was starting to re-declutter again. Please subscribe. This is a new channel. I am so excited to have started it again because the other one was having algorithm issues, but I like this one more because we can hang out more. It'll be a little less formal. I hope something great happens for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.